What if I told you there was something secretly blocking you from your wealth and financial independence? It's true. I see it in so many of my clients. I call them prosperity blockers. Other people call them, money blocks, but they're there and they're real. And almost everyone has them unless they've actually taken the time to reprogram them and get them out. So, and why are they silent? Why do you not know they're there? Because they're running in your subconscious, which runs 95% of our thoughts every single day. And it's running in the background. It's keeping us alive. It's allowing us to brush our teeth and tie our shoes without thinking about it, and walk and talk. It's how the subconscious works. But there's also things in there that aren't serving us. And sometimes it's reinforced every day. For instance, so many people grew up in a family, if they were middle or lower class, with negative feelings towards rich people. And it usually comes from our family. Either we hear it from our parents or hear it from whoever we grew up around. But it's also in the freaking media, which drives me nuts. So the media villainizes rich people. So if you have this story that rich people are mean, greedy, selfish, any of the above running in your subconscious, what's going to happen is it's going to block you from ever being rich. It's going to block you from ever having any kind of money that your brain thinks is even close to being rich. So, for instance, I had a client who had this story running around in her mind, and think she had rich people are greedy. And we identified that through a few questions I asked her. And then we found proof of the opposite. It turns out her best friend is super nice. So, and super generous. So when I asked her, do you know anyone that's rich, that is not greedy? And she's like, yeah, my best friend. So it was great evidence for us to find. And then we just went through the steps of reprogramming that. And for the first time ever in her business in 10 years, she had a profitable year. First time ever. So that is the power of our subconscious. How it keeps us small, how it keeps us from really creating the wealth and abundance that we want in our lives. And the problem is it's back there secretly doing that. Inside my Profitable Business Academy, that the course that I have a whole module around money mindset and reprogramming those prosperity blockers. And I ask you a list of 10 questions to help identify if you have any prosperity blockers in there. And one of them is what I shared with you: rich people are. And if you're coming up with a negative answer for that, and it has to be the first answer too, that's the other thing. Your conscious brain will kick in after your subconscious. So it's like word association. Think of it that way. If I say rich people are, what's the first word that comes to your mind? That's the word you want. That's what's running in the background. Even if you don't like that word, that's what's there. And that's what we need to reprogram and create a new path for yourself. So I challenge you to start reprogramming that. Start thinking of evidence of the opposite. Start shutting out any media, anything on TV, any of that is making out rich people to be the bad guys, because it's going to keep you small, and it's going to keep you from having the most profitable business, the most abundant life and creating any kind of wealth or financial independence for yourself.